Alright, good morning, goddammit. Piss and Vinegar Day 126. New intro. I found it very amusing making this intro. I don't know, there's something just very. I thought it was funny. But what I really like about it is the fact that I could use Pantera's fucking music in the intro and not get copyright striked. Or at least in the, template or in the unlisted video that I uploaded just to see if it was getting it copywritten. It didn't. So Pantera, not only are they the best fucking metal band of all time, they're incredibly loose with their copyright strike rules. So if you want to use their music in your videos, I mean, you can. It's very fucking based in them. For a very based band in so many levels. So that's very cool. Hope you like the new intro. I liked it. I found it amusing. And so yeah, today accessories, traps, calves, and neck. And today, I was thinking pretty deeply and really being introspective and thinking about how, I think I need to change in my programming. I've been thinking about high intensity, and I've had my doubts about. I'm thinking about switching over to two-a-days, not volume. You got baited. I'm not going to do volume. Volume's stupid. I'm still going to do high intensity. Never am I going to switch from high intensity unless I'm doing powerlifting. No, I'm going to switch to potentially doing two-a-days rather than 7 days a week. So my reasoning here is right now I train 7 days a week, and the rhyme and reason is 7 days a week I can split every muscle part up over 7 days, and that way I can put far more intensity into every muscle part. Rather than throwing traps at the end of a back day where they're going to get lackluster intensity, I do them on their own day because they're a very important muscle. To me, they're more important than my lats. So I have them on their own day. Calves are very important to me because my calves are absolutely shit tier genetically. Neck is incredibly important to me, so I have their own day for that. But that's rhyme and reason number one, and then rhyme and reason two is I like training every day. But then I was thinking, just about everyone that does high intensity typically doesn't do it the way I do. They take, at least 2 or 3 days off a week. So, I was thinking maybe I'm hindering my strength and size gains. As good as they've been, maybe I could have got more if I just gave my central nervous system a day or two, or maybe even 3 days rest a week. So I'm going to start doing, back day on Monday, and then at the end of back day, just rest for 6 hours. Like say I work out at 11 in the morning or whatever, and then sometimes 7 at night when I'm fully rested and ready to go, I'll hit traps again. Or maybe not even that far apart. Maybe I'll hit back, go inside, have a protein shake, have some oats, whatever. Take 30 minutes and then go back up to the gym and hit traps. And then on chest day, at the end of chest day, or like a few hours away from chest, I'll train abs or whatever it is. Or no, it's not abs. At the end of leg day, I'd do abs. And at the end of shoulder day, I would do calves or whatever it is. And that way, I can do Monday, Tuesday on, Wednesday off, Thursday on for leg day, then take a day after leg day because leg day is very taxing, and then do Friday shoulders, and then that way I can train 4 or 5 times a week rather than the 7 I've been doing. And then mentally, I think I love training every day, but part of taking rest days is getting your mentality fresh for one, getting your central nervous system recovered so you're really ready to go, but also the frustration of not training on the days that you don't train will fuel your workouts the day you do train because you're really ready to go then. I take Wednesday off, and then Thursday comes around, and I typically don't like doing leg days all that much, but if I take a day off, I'll be ready to do anything I can work out. So that's part of it too. That's my mentality there. So I'm gonna probably switch that up, which means it might mean less powerful algorithm for my YouTube channel by all means, but maybe I'll split up the training into days. Even though I'm having off days. Maybe I'll do I'll consider the training sessions days within themselves. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not really doing YouTube for algorithm and money or anything. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing this shit, and you guys are just along for the ride, really. If people enjoy it, they enjoy it. If they don't, they don't. I couldn't really give two shits, and some of you guys enjoying it so far. So, thank you for that. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking with that. And then, my cut's going all right. I've been cutting for 4 or 5 days now. We've got fucking, 2.5 months to go. Uh, so far, so good. I haven't lost too much strength. I haven't really lost any weight either, though. I'm more of a fluctuator. Some people lose weight, consistently. They'll, like, day to day, they'll lose kilos or pounds or whatever, or like fractions of a kilo or grams or whatever. Like, people will just, like, slowly lose weight. I'm more of the guy who will lose nothing, and then, like, one day I'll just fucking lose a whole kilo, and then the next day I'll gain a kilo even though I'm still in a deficit, and, like, it's just all over the place, and I just kind of have to track my weight loss on a large continuum, the general progress of which, or the general direction my body weight is going. So far no weight loss, but I'm definitely in a deficit. I'm fucking starving. I fucking hate cutting. I'm so fucking hungry. I'm using the hunger as a motivator to just stay hungry, oxymoronically, because it's like the quicker I can get this cut out of the way, the quicker I can go back to bulking and gaining mass and being strong and eating food and just generally being a happy person versus, the miserable person fucking starving when you're cutting weight. So, um, yeah, and I keep having, I've always, every time I ever cut weight, I have a friend of mine who's like a incredibly ectomorphic guy. He's like 6'6" and built like a stick. He's just like a total ectomorph. Super fast metabolism. His baseline metabolism is like 4,500 calories, and he was the same weight, if not lighter than me, when this was his maintenance. So my maintenance at the same weight is like 2,200, for example. So his metabolism is twice as fast. And his thing is, oh, it's so hard to gain weight, or maybe not even necessarily just him. Like, I've heard this so many times from ectomorphs. It's so hard to gain weight. Fuck you. It's fucking easy to gain weight. If you have a hard time gaining weight, you need to become more of a man or something. I don't know. I mean, don't take this personally, but also take it personally. You need to become more of a man. How fucking hard is it to eat food, dude? Eating food's so fucking easy. I mean, it's easy. It's easier for me too because I don't have to eat nearly as much food to gain weight. But believe you me, if my baseline metabolism was 4,500 fucking calories a day, I would be able to very easily eat that much food. It's just not that fucking hard. I never understood people that have a hard time gaining weight. Eating food's fucking easy as shit. And on the flip side, fucking losing weight's fucking hard as shit. Now, obviously, I'm biased because slow metabolism and I like food, and fast metabolism people might not like food as much, individual case by case basis. But um, yeah, but I was thinking there's pros and cons to both, obviously. Like, if you have a hard time gaining weight, you're much better at lean gaining typically, because the weight that you will gain is just going to be lean mass. Albeit it's going to be slower, but it's going to look a hell of a lot better, and you won't have to worry about cutting so much. On the flip side, I just bulked fucking like 15 kilos in 3 months. That was so easy for me to do. I could have easily gained 30 kilos if I was on like a fucking hard steroid cycle or some shit. You know, I could have easily gained fucking 30 kilos, no worries. If I was allowed to eat that many calories, obviously I can't gain that much muscle that quickly. It's just not possible unless you're on like gear or whatever. But basically, there's benefits to both sides. Now, the benefit to having a slow metabolism is longevity, which sounds insane, but you find these guys who have fast metabolisms. Quick digression, real quick. I bought a new fucking bought a new neck harness. I don't know. You just saw me using it. Shit was tight. If you're using a shitty fucking cheap neck harness, get an expensive one, because it is absolutely worth it for neck safety. But also, I finally could contract my lateral flexion of my neck without any pains or awkward fucking movements with that karate belt I was using. So that was a huge upgrade. It was worth every cent. Buy a fucking good neck harness. Anyway, the upside of having a slow metabolism is when you're 20 and you have a slow metabolism, you're going to be 40 and you're going to have a slow metabolism. But you're going to have 20 years, or whenever if you have a metabolism for a young age, you'll be conditioned to fight that metabolism at all times. You'll always be worrying, or not, maybe not worrying, but you'll always be conscious of how much you eat because you have a slow metabolism. Whereas people with fast metabolism, somewhere along the line, 90% of the time with these people, sometimes these are absolute freaks that just stay high metabolism for the rest of their life, but that's seldom. Most people, if you're 20 and your metabolism's high as shit, by the time you're 35, your metabolism is going to be fucking normal, if not slow. A lot of times these people make metabolic damage because they can eat so much, they eat like shit, which damages their metabolism. So their endocrine system and their thyroid system actually gets damaged, and they end up having a slow metabolism. And not only does it get slow, because they spent, you know, fucking 29, 35, 40 years with a fast metabolisms. They've spent all this time eating a shit ton of food, never worrying about the consequences, and then one day their metabolism slows down and they go, holy shit, I can't eat as much as I want anymore. But I've spent 40 years conditioning myself to like junk food and eating all this food. It's now very difficult for them to switch into a much more sustainable diet plan. So if you're like me with a slow metabolism, there's a silver lining to just about everything. You will have an easier time in your 40s, relative to the guy with the fast metabolism, because you'll always have had a slow metabolism, and it'll be no different. So that is one of the benefits. Is I probably won't be a fat 40-year-old or a fat 50-year-old because, well, one, I'm just I'm a personal trainer, so I have to look good. I'm very vain. I like to lift weights. I like to eat healthy, but also I'm fighting against a fucked up metabolism ever since I was like 14. So if you have a shit metabolism, you'll have an easier time than the average person, adjusting to older age. Whereas the fast metabolism people, just anecdotally, I have plenty of family members who are in this boat. Fast metabolisms all the way until they're like 35, slows down, and then all of a sudden they're like, fuck, I'm used to eating 3,500 calories a day, and now I can only eat 2,000. It's very difficult for me. My stomach is huge. I've got, 35 years of exposure to this much food. It's very difficult to change that, especially women. But yeah, that's one of the benefits. Is if you're a slow metabolism guy, two of the benefits: you can gain mass quicker, and two, you're probably less likely to get fat. But in saying that, you have to be careful bulking. You can get fat as fuck bulking, which I've done numerous times before. I almost got fat this bulk. I got a bit soft, and I have shitty fat deposits as it is, like my chest and lower stomach. Just that's where it all fucking goes. My arms stay shredded. My back stays somewhat lean. My legs are okay, glutes are okay, but my lower stomach and bitch tits really pop out. So you got to be careful bulking if you have a slow metabolism. But you'll have an easier time bulking. Just have to be sustained and slower. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow for more Piss and Vinegar. Bye bye.